Hi, welcome to Reading the Bible with Nikki. The show is not family friendly, so if you feel like you get highly offended and easily butt sore, do not watch past this point, like at all. I am your narrator on this here journey of the Old Testament. I am the charismatic, infallible, enigmatic pretend prophet known as Nikki fucking K the Great. Because I'm awesome. Take your pills. We're not that late, so take your pills. Pack a bowl. Get your smokes. Grab your smokes. Get comfy. And make sure you have the keep other people alive juice because it's almost bedtime. So we got to keep them alive until bedtime. And now let's smoke it, drink it, and read it. And give me 1 second. I will be right back. Okay. So let me make sure. Okay. So what is happening? Okay. Sorry. 10 seconds of shit. Okay. But in turn, if he begets a son who sees all the sins of his father and fears and does not imitate him, a son who does not eat on the mountains or raise his eyes to idols or the house of Israel, or defile a neighbor's wife, oppresses anyone, exacts a pledge, commits robbery, who gives his food to the hungry and clothes the naked, who refrains from evil doing, accepts no interest or usury, keeps the ordinances and walks in the statutes. This one shall not die. For the sins of his fathers, he shall surely live. Only the father, since he committed extortion, robbed his brother, and didn't do anything good among his people, he will die because of his sin. You ask, why is not the son charged with the guilt of his father? Because the son has done what was right and careful to observe all my statutes, he's gonna live. Only the one who sins shall die. Ha ha, we're hiding shit from you. Only the one who sins will die. The son shall not be charged with the guilt of his father, nor the father with his son. Justice belongs to the just, and wickedness to the wicked. That is how it's supposed to be. I thought that was a rule. But if the wicked man turns away from all the sin he has committed, if he keeps all my statutes and does what is just and right, he shall surely live. He shall not die. None of the crimes he has committed shall be remembered against him. He shall live because the justice he has shown. Do I find pleasure in the death of the wicked? Do I not rejoice when they turn from their evil way and live? And if the just man, and if the just turn from justice and do evil, like everything the wicked does, can they do this evil and still live? None of the justice they did shall be remembered, because they acted treacherously and committed all these sins. Because of this, they're going to die. You say, the Lord's way is not fair. Hear now, HOI, is it my way that is unfair? Are not your ways unfair? When the just turn away from justice and do evil and die on account of the evil they did, they must die. But if the wicked, turn from the wickedness they did and do what is right and just, they save their lives. Since they turned away from all the sins they committed, they shall live. But the HOI says, the Lord's way is not fair. Is it my way that's not fair? Is it not your ways that are not fair, assholes? Therefore, I will judge you, HOI, all of you according to your ways. Turn back from all your crimes, that you may not be a cause of sin for you ever again. Cast away from you all the crimes you have committed, and make for yourselves a new heart and new spirit. Why should you die, house of Israel? I find no pleasure in the death of anyone who dies. Turn back and live. Be like the Rush song. Choose to live. I'll be right back with chapter 19. Okay. Chapter 19. It says, Allegory of the Lions. You know who's always talking about the Lions? Not the football team. J.P. Sears. Yes, J.P. Sears is always like, the Lions need to come out. And they really do. We really need some lions. Not dudes that look like lions, but are really soy boys. And they're pretending to be tough. And this says, as for you, raise a lamentation over the princes of Israel and tell them, what a lioness was your mother, a lion among lions. She made her lair among young lions to raise her cubs. One cub she raised up, a young lion he became. He learned to tear apart prey. He devoured people. Nations heard about him. In their pit he was caught. They took him away with hooks to the land of Egypt. When she realized She had waited in vain. She lost hope. She took another of her cubs and made him a young lion. He prowled among the lions, became a young lion. He learned to tear apart prey. He devoured people. He ravaged their strongholds, laid to waste their cities. The earth and everything in it were terrified at the sound of his roar. Nations laid out against him, snares all around, just like Charlie. They spread their net for him. In their pit, he was caught. They put him in fetters and took him away to the king of Babylon. So his roar would no longer be heard on the mountains of Israel. Dun, dun, dun. Allegory of the vine branch. Your mother was like a leafy vine, planted by water, fruitful and full of branches because of abundant water. Hold on. One strong branch grew into a royal scepter, so it was towered among the clouds. No. Hold on. One strong branch grew into a royal scepter, so it towered among the clouds, conspicuous in height, with a dense foliage. But she was torn about. No, she was torn out in fury and flung to the ground. The east wind withered her up. Her fruit was plucked away. Her strongest branch dried up. Fire devoured it. Now she is planted in a wilderness, in a dry, parched land. Fire has flashed from her branch and devoured her shoots. Now she does not have a strong branch, a royal scepter. This lamentation serves as a lamentation. I don't know what that means, but all right. Damn, we're doing pretty good. Ooh. Wow, hold on. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Ezekiel 19. Is that? Oh, haha. I lied. Okay. Ezekiel 20. It says, okay, Israel's history of infidelity. Oh yeah, these bitches. In the 7th year, on the 10th day of the 5th month, May 10th, 7. Some of the elders of Israel came to consult the Lord and sat down before me. So, just smoking a peace pipe. No, that's probably not what they said. Okay. Then the word of the Lord came to me. Yo, tell these assholes. God said, have you come to consult me? I will not allow myself to be consulted by you. Will you judge them? Will you judge, Son of Man? Tell them about the abominations of their ancestors. Say to them, the day I chose Israel, I swore to the descendants of the house of Jacob. I revealed myself to them in the land of Egypt and swore to them, I am the Lord your God. That day I swore to bring them out of Egypt to the land I had searched out for them, a land flowing with milk and honey, a jewel among all lands. Then I said to them, throw away, each of you, the detestable things that held your eyes. Do not defile yourselves with the idols of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. But they rebelled and refused to listen. None of them threw away the detestable things, nor did they abandon the idols of Egypt. Then I considered pouring out my fury, spending my anger against them there in the land of Egypt. Oh, yeah. And then Moses was like, are you sure about that? Because at the end of the day, it's going to make you look bad, big guy. So are you sure that's something you want to do? Yeah, Moses talked him out of that real quick. I acted for the sake of my name. I should have kept reading. I should have kept reading. I acted for the sake of my name, that it should not be desecrated in the eyes of the nations among whom they were. In the eyes of the nations I made myself known to them, to bring them out of the land of Egypt. Yeah, I'll be damned if I look bad to these guys. Are you kidding? Therefore, I led them out of the land and brought them into the wilderness. Then I gave them my statutes and made known to them my ordinances, so that everyone who keeps them has life through them. Hi, baby. Hold on, I'll pause this. Okay, sorry about that. It said, then I gave them my statutes and made known to them my ordinances, so that anyone who keeps them has life through them. I also gave them my Sabbaths to be a sign between me and them, or them and I, to show that it is I, the Lord, who makes them holy. But the house of Israel rebelled. They rebelled against me in the wilderness. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. He lived with them and they were doing this dumb shit. And he fucking lived with them. They did not observe my statutes. They rejected my ordinances that bring life to those who keep them. My Sabbaths, too, they desecrated grievously. Then I considered pouring out my fury on them in the wilderness and put an end to them. Moses talked him out of it. But I acted for the sake of my name, so it would not be desecrated in the eyes of the nations whose sight I had brought them out. He did do that. Nevertheless, in the wilderness, I swore to them that I would not bring them into the land I had given them, a land flowing with milk and honey, a jewel among all the lands. Their heart followed after their idols so closely they did not live by my statutes, but rejected my ordinances and desecrated my Sabbaths. But I looked on them with pity, not wanting to destroy them, so I did not put an end to them in the wilderness. I got something to say about that. I'm not gonna say it. But why though? Then I said to their children in the wilderness, do not follow the statutes of your parents. Do not keep their ordinances. Do not defile yourself with their idols. I am the Lord your God. Follow my statutes and be careful to observe my ordinances. Keep holy my Sabbaths as a sign between you and me, so that you may know that I am the Lord your God. But their children rebelled against me. They did not follow my statutes, keep my ordinances that bring life to those that observe them. It's like these people got a death wish. My Sabbaths they desecrated. I considered pouring out my fury on them, spending my anger against them in the wilderness. He's like, I changed my mind because I don't want to look bad. So I swore to them that I would disperse them among the nations, scatter them in other lands, because they did not carry out my ordinances, but rejected my statutes, desecrated my Sabbaths, having eyes only for the idols of their ancestors. Therefore, I gave them statutes that were not good, and ordinances. Therefore I gave them statutes that were not good, and ordinances which they could not have life. I let them become defiled by their offerings, by having them make a firing offering of every womb's firstborn, in order to ruin them, so they might know that I am the Lord God. Is this where the horns on the altar comes from? I let them become defiled. Hold on. Therefore, I gave them statutes that were not good, and ordinances through which they could not have life. I let them become defiled by their offerings. Yeah, but I don't know, big guy. Therefore, tell them, In this way, also by your in this way also your ancestors blasphemed me, breaking faith with me. When I brought them to the land I had sworn to give them, and they saw all of its high hills and leafy trees, there they offered sacrifice. There they made offerings to provoke me. There they sent up sweet smelling oblations. There they poured out their libations. So I said to them, what is this high place to which you go? Thus its name became High Place, even to this day. What? I don't remember reading that, but okay. Therefore, say, tell them, will you defile yourselves in the way your ancestors did? Will you lust after their detestable idols? The answer is yes. And then they made a crucifix. By offering your gifts, by making your children pass through the fire. No, it's other people's kids. You defile yourself with all your idols, consulted by you. Hold on. You defile yourself. Even with all your idols, even to this day. Shall I let myself be consulted by you? As I live, I swear I will not let myself be consulted by you. What has entered your mind shall never happen. You are thinking, we shall be like the nations, like the peoples of foreign lands, serving wood and stone. As I live, with mighty hand and outstretched arm, with wrath poured out, I swear I will be king over you. Man, these people are so terrible to God. They're like, we want to do stuff. He's like, I want to be dad. It's like a kid that just turned 18 to a helicopter parent. With, I will bring, okay. With mighty hand and outstretched arm, with wrath poured out, I will bring you from the nations and gather you from the countries over which you were scattered. I will lead you to the wilderness of the people and enter into judgment with you, mano a mano. Just as I entered into judgment with your ancestors in the wilderness, so I will enter into judgment with you. The land of Egypt has a wilderness. Right. Was it wilderness or desert? I don't know. Okay. Your ancestors in the wilderness so I will enter judgment with you. Thus, I will make you pass under the staff. I will impose on you the terms of the covenant. I will sort out from you those who defied me, rebelled against me, from the land where they resided as aliens. I will bring them out, but they shall not return to Israel. Thus you shall know who the fuck I am. As for you, house of Israel, go, each of you, worship your idols. Listen, you shall never again desecrate my holy name with your offerings and your idols. Yeah. For on my holy mountain, System of a Down, on the highest mountain in Israel, there the whole house of Israel shall worship me. There in the land I will accept them all. There, right there, I will claim your tributes, the best of your offerings from all your holy things. Do I have holy things? Oh, speaking of holy things. No, I'll tell you at the end. Hold on. As a sweet smelling oblation, I will accept you when I bring you from among the nations and gather you out of the lands over which you were scattered, and through you I will manifest my holiness in the sight of the nations. Yep. Thus you shall know that I am God when I bring you back to the soil of Israel, the land I swore to give your ancestors. There you shall remember your ways, all the deeds by which you defiled yourselves, and you shall loathe yourself because of all the evil you did. And you shall know that I am the Lord when I deal with you for the sake of my name, not according to your evil ways and wanton deeds. House of Israel. Yeah, God's given it to him. He said, I'll give it to you. And he gave it to him. So listen, here's what I did. Okay, because one of my kids stole my wallet. So I've been saving dollars. I don't get a lot of dollars. But I did get some dollars. I got many dollars. And okay. So I found dollars. And then I found a church that's like 1.3 miles away from me. It's not really far, but it's down a big road. And they said I can't walk the big road because it's like a big road. And I shouldn't walk on the big road because I don't walk very good. And I don't have an electric chair. So I asked Dustin, I said, hey, I found it on the Google Maps. And I said, can you take me here on Sunday? I got to give him $2. He doesn't want to take me. But I told him, we don't got to stay. But I got to give him $2. And he said, why? I said, because I fucking have to. So anyway, I found this many dollars. $6. I'm gonna go interrupt their church Sunday so I can give them $6. It's gonna be great because I'm gonna go in there like, hi, I can't stay, but I have to give you $6. So that's what I'm gonna try to do Sunday. So don't forget, find a church, just go in there and give them $2 or whatever you have, whatever you could find sitting around. Just go ahead and give it to them. It'll be great. They'll love it. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening. I love you and have the sweetest dreams ever.